I am Bilal Sharif. In my last video, I have talked about whether a police officer can mediate in commercial dispute or not. There were 2 points to remember as a takeaway from that. Point number 1, a police officer cannot act as a recovery agent in commercial dispute. Point number 2, police officers are clearly restrained from acting as judges and settling the dispute between the parties. In case if you have not watched that video, I have pasted the link in the description. You can have a look at it. In this video, I am going to tell you what actions can be taken when a check bounces or gets dishonored. Say a check is given to you by somebody for some reason, bounces or gets dishonored. What do you do? First thing, don't get panic, but follow the steps which I am going to show you in this video. Take a piece of paper or pen, computer or laptop and type out the legal notice. This can be done by you. I am going to show you a very simple and universal format that can be used all over India regardless of who's your bank is and whatever be the nature of transaction you had. So let's get started. You have to send legal notice by speed post or registered post because you get an acknowledgement receipt and on receiving it the person has to sign. Mention the date and 2. If the check has been issued to you by an individual, mention that individual name. If the check has been issued to you by a company, write that company's name. Say if the check given to you by ABC Private Limited, you have to mention ABC Private Limited and not somebody else's name in that company. So next, mention subject, notice under section 138 of Negotiable Instruments Act 1881. That's the standard subject and title for all check bouncing cases anywhere in India. Next, go down, mention dear madam or sir, whatever is appropriate in your case. I hereby issue the following notice to you. You had issued check number, mention that check number, dated, you have to mention the date. For rupees, you have to mention both in numbers and as well as in words. Drawn on, you have to mention the bank name as well as the branch. Against a legally enforceable debt or liability owed to me. Now, whatever be the nature of transaction, you don't have to elaborate those details here. Many people make the mistake of getting into transaction, getting into terms and conditions that were discussed. None of those is necessary here. It is enough to say that it was a legally enforceable debt or liability owed to you. When you file the case, at that point in time, the facts become more relevant. For now, for the purpose of notice, don't go there. Point number 2, upon presenting the above mentioned check, it was written unpaid, our bank-wide memo dated. You have to mention the date. Now, when the check gets dishonored, it is sent back to you with a small note from the bank where bank tells you why the check was dishonored. To say an example, few days back, I issued a check to my friend and my friend tried to override the check by adding his initial and the bank has rejected saying that it has been overwritten. So bank will tell you the reason in the memo, you have to mention that reason and by received by us on, you have to mention the date, has informed that the check is returned unpaid due to, you have to mention the reason. So write the reason mentioned in the memo. And you have 2 more points. Point number 3. You are hereby called upon to pay the aforesaid amount within 15 days from the date of receipt of this notice. And point number 4. You have to mention in case you do not pay the sum of money as demanded above, I shall be constrained to take legal action against you under section 138 of Negotiable Instrument Act 1881. Act number 26 of 1881 as amended up to date and other relevant laws as applicable. Write your name and sign at the end. Now all you need to remember is he has 15 days to pay you this. If he pays you within 15 days, there is no case, the case is over. If he doesn't pay you within 15 days, then you have 30 days to file a case in the nearest court of jurisdiction. Remember the dates here, as I said earlier, whenever check bounces, you get a memo from bank. Within 30 days of receiving that memo, you have to send this legal notice. And within 15 days of receiving this legal notice, he or she has a time to pay you and extinguish this case. And if they don't pay you within 15 days of receiving this notice, you have further 30 days to go and file a case. So remember, 30 days, 15 days, 30 days. This is a life cycle of a check bouncing cases. I hope you liked this video. If you really liked it, subscribe to my channel. I will make one video every week. I make that as a promise. Have a great week ahead. Bye.